Howdy readers, I'm Jason. This is Chapter and Verse, and I am here with what is for me, a very exciting announcement. As most of you probably know, this coming March, we'll see the publication of Hilary Mantel's The Mirror and the Light, which is the third and final novel in her Thomas Cromwell trilogy. The first two books in the trilogy, Wolf Hall and Bring Up the Bodies, both won the Booker Prize. I have read Wolf Hall twice, Bring Up the Bodies once, and I have been waiting after delay after delay after delay for the publication of The Mirror and the Light. I believe it comes out in England on March 5th, and here in the States, and probably in Canada on March 10th. I hope it comes out on March 5th in Canada because I just ordered the Canadian hardcover. I really like the Canadian cover, and so that's what I ordered. But anyway, January, February, and March, I'm going to be hosting a readathon of these three books. One book per month. I'm calling it the Cromwellathon. And so I invite all of you, whether you have channels or not, to participate. And if you've never read Wolf Hall, that doesn't matter. If you've read Wolf Hall multiple times like I have, please join in. I have put in the description box below the reading schedules for Wolf Hall and Bring Up the Bodies. Basically, we're going to shoot for Saturday benchmarks. So if you have a channel, we're going to shoot for videos every Saturday during that time. And the chapters or chunks of text that we're going to be reading for each Saturday in January and February are in the box below, or in the show notes, as we have started calling them here on BookTube. But anyway, so here is my edition of Wolf Hall. This is a British first edition. And like I said, I've read it twice. I love this book so much. Here is the Tudor Rose bookmark that I will be using for this Cromwellathon. And here is my edition of Bring Up the Bodies. And this is the American hardcover of Bring Up the Bodies, which is book 2. And the Canadian edition of The Mirror and the Light that I ordered, here is the cover art. I don't know if you can see that. It's on my other iPad. But here's the cover art for that. And it's gray and black and kind of gothic and gloomy. It seems to me to really fit the tone of the series, much more so than the British cover of The Mirror and the Light, which has this kind of water theme. Maybe that will be important in the book. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but I just feel like this cover worked better with the story. I also wanted to show you guys the PBS Masterpiece miniseries, which was made for British television, of the first two books. It's called Wolf Hall, but it's really an adaptation of the first two novels. And rumor has it that they're going to be adapting The Mirror and the Light as well. Again, with Mark Rylance and Damian Lewis, I think. Claire Foy won't be in the next installment because she plays Anne Boleyn, and well, we all know what happens to Anne Boleyn, even if we haven't read the books. And while I'm leading Cromwellathon, I will be drinking coffee and tea out of this. So Kelly gave me this the other night. This was meant to be a birthday present. It's an early birthday present. My birthday's not until next month. But when she found out I was going to be recording my Cromwellathon announcement video here soon, she decided to give it to me early. And it's a coffee cup with all of Henry VIII's wives on it. And then Henry VIII on the other end there. And if we look inside, it's got the Tudor Rose. And the Tudor Rose is also on the mug handle. I couldn't be more excited for this. I really do feel like these two novels are two of the best novels I've ever read, especially taken as a whole. I feel pretty strongly that if The Mirror and the Light is anything like as good as the first two books, especially the first book, that trilogy as a whole will be, I don't know, one of my 2 or 3 favorite literary works of all time. That's how good these books are. That's how much I've been waiting for this third book. So let me know in the comments below if you are planning to participate. I hope you are. let me know if this is going to be your first read of these Thomas Cromwell novels, because I'm very keen to know for whom that's true. And if you've read them multiple times, let me know that as well. But please participate if you're at all interested in this. And one last note, so in reading Wolf Hall, I'm going to give you guys a little tip, which I wish I had been given when I first read the book. But it took me about 60 pages to figure it out. So when you're reading Wolf Hall, anytime Hilary Mantel uses the pronouns he or him or his, and it's not 100% clear to whom it's referring, it's almost always referring to Thomas Cromwell. So there will be moments where you're like, who the hell is she talking about? If she's talking about a man, and it's not, like I said, absolutely clear who it is, it's Thomas Cromwell. So if you can just understand that going into the book, it's going to make the initial chapters of Wolf Hall a lot easier for you. So again, we're going to kick this off January 1st, and I couldn't be more thrilled for it. So please let me know if you're planning to join in, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Adios.